Hello, wonderful singers, and welcome to your Kovo vocal exercise of the week. I'm Dr. Julia Nielsen, the founder of Kovo, which is short for Community Vocalizing, where our mission is to advance singers' vocal health, fitness, and longevity by providing creative vocal exercise routines. Here at Kovo, we have just started a month-long series of workouts on musicality and phrasing. Phrasing is the method by which a singer shapes a sequence of notes in a passage of music to allow for expressive interpretation. Much like when speaking, a phrase may be written identically, but may be spoken differently. Think about the sentence, I love you, for example. Depending on how you phrase that, it may sound like, I love you, or I love you, or I love you. One of the most important technical skills that allows a singer to phrase expressively is their ability to control vocal dynamics. That means how loud or quietly they are singing. And for many singers, this is a skill that gets sorely neglected during vocal exercises. I like to say that many singers practice at two dynamic levels, loud and louder. But this limited palette of vocal dynamics will not allow the singer to create artistic and sensitive musical phrases. So this week, I am going to introduce you to my favorite version of my favorite dynamic control exercise. The exercise has an Italian name, Messa di Voce, which means placing the voice. Messa, M-E-S-S-A, comes from the Italian verb mettere, which means to place. So I will read a description by famous voice teacher Richard Miller of this exercise, which has been in continuous use for hundreds of years. Miller writes, in a Messa di Voce, one begins at pianissimo level with a sustained tone, crescendoing to fortissimo, then decrescendoing back to pianissimo, while maintaining uniform timbre. Ideally, the whole dynamic range of the Messa di Voce should be possible on every pitch within the entire vocal compass, yet it is doubtful that more than a handful of great singers have ever achieved that goal in any generation. Messa di Voce is the ultimate test of a coordinated technique of singing. Messa di Voce lets us know where we stand as singers. So, in this version of the famous Messa di Voce exercise, we will use a helpful vowel sequence, which will assist us in practicing the changes to breath pressure, vocal cord thickness, and resonance that are necessary when making dynamic changes. We will start pianissimo with a rising fifth on the oo vowel. Using a small mouth opening here is fine, and it can actually be helpful. Now, when we reach the top note, we will sustain it for a little over 4 measures, while attempting a smooth crescendo to fortissimo and a diminuendo back to pianissimo. While we do this, we will open the vowel to O, then to A at the peak of the crescendo, back to O, and finally to U. As one final challenge to our breath control, we will sing a descending 5-tone scale, pianissimo, on the oo vowel at the very end of the exercise. So I think of it like tiptoeing down the stairs or trying to sneak out of the sleeping baby's room without waking the baby. So all together it goes like this. I let the vowels sort of morph one into the next rather than making abrupt changes. Ooh, oh, ah. This is why I call it the wow Messa di Voce. It's as if I am saying the word wow, but in slow motion. Wow, like that. So let's try one together. Here we go. Let's go up a half step. One more. Here we go. As we turn around, I will let you sing the next two on your own. I want you to listen for steady vibrato if you sing with vibrato and consistent focus. It's very common for the tone to go breathy at the pianissimo edges of the exercise, but we want to avoid that. It's also very common for the pitch to sag during the diminuendo. We want to avoid that. So try this one on your own. Here you go. And try one more on your own. Here you go. And let's try one last one together. So I invite you to play with this exercise in the coming week and to add it to your regular vocal exercise routine if you have one. Remember what Richard Miller wrote, Messa di Voce lets us know where we stand as singers. If you've enjoyed this exercise, we've got more for you. During July, all of our general 30-minute vocal workouts will be devoted to musicality and phrasing. In addition to a variety of dynamic control exercises, we will also be singing lots of articulation exercises, practicing legato, staccato, portamento, glissando, tenuto, accents, and more. If you're not already joining these twice weekly live general vocal workouts, we would love to have you. These sessions are absolutely free. We meet on Zoom every Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And instructions on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. If you would like the next vocal exercise of the week to show up in your email inbox, you can find out how in the description below. Singers, remember, regular vocal exercise is crucial for your vocal health, fitness, and longevity. Every time you show up at Kovo, you're going to get a creative vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We'll see you there.